Welcome to the Bluenose, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can create your own football club in Football Manager 2021 using the editor. Now you actually can make your own football team in Football Manager 2021 like the actual game. As you can see, if you just go over here, start new game, create a club, you've got this mode, but using the editor you can actually go into more detail when creating your club. Like you can create your own city or something, create your own stadium, etc. You can also just add like your own players to the club, so we'll be doing that. I'll also be showing you how you can create your own logo and have it in the game. So we're going to start off fairly simple. As you can see, once you've loaded up the editor, you'll see this thing here. You have agreements, awards. What I want you to do is go to clubs and then just click add right here. Now we have our own club and unique ID is important, we need to keep a note of that, but we don't need it now. Name, so basically this is the name of your club. It's fairly simple, so I'm going to call it Bluenose FC just for this video. And the short name, you can keep it as Bluenose FC or whatever. I'm just going to make it Bluenose, sorry about that. And a 6-letter name, basically this is what appears when you're in the game. I don't think it has to be 6 letters, like you can make it like 4. I'll just keep it as blue, actually that looks a bit better. And nickname, this is basically just the club nickname, like what's your club known as. So as for a nickname, I'm just going to put the Bluenose. It's a fairly simple one. And your hashtag, this is what appears in the social feed. So I'm just going to put Bluenose. You don't have to put a hashtag in. Well, if you do, 2 hashtags will appear in the social feed. I've learned from that mistake. And nation, basically this is what, so as for nation, this is just basically what country your club is based in. So for this video, I'm just going to say that my club is from England. I know I'm from Scotland, but we're just doing England. Now your city, basically this is just what city your club is in really. You can create your own city if you want. I'll show you how to do that quickly. So let's say you go to cities here and then press add. You can just name it, have the nation, have the language, the local region as well. You can also have like the population in that, inhabitants. You can make it as much as you want. So we'll just be naming this city Bluenose City, and the nation is obviously going to be in England, and the language is obviously going to be English, so just English right here. For the local region, I'm just going to say this is in London, why not? Attraction, I'm not actually really sure what this is, but inhabitants, I'm just going to say like this many. And latitude and longitude, I don't think you really need to put anything in. So let's return to clubs. Instead you can just go like this. As you can see, we're back at Bluenose FC. So for the city, we're just going to search up Bluenose. And here's my brand new city, Bluenose City. The foreground colour, this is literally just the colour. So let's say I want it to be blue, and actually that's not really the shade of blue I'd want. Maybe that blue is fine now, and background colour I'm just going to have as white. The status, professional. You can make it semi-professional or amateur if you want, or always amateur if you really want a challenge. We're just going to make it professional now. The year founded, so my channel was created in, it actually was created in 2020, but we'll make it in 2021. Max age, minimum age, I don't really think you have to worry about that. Morale, don't really need to worry about that either. You can just put it like 15. Reputation, let's say it's 10,000, so it's the maximum reputation. As an institute, as an all-star club, don't think you need to worry about that. Scouting range, you can make it anything you want really. Extra designated player slot, which is for MLS clubs only, so if you're not creating a club in the MLS, you don't have to worry about that at all. So reserve teams, you can create some reserve teams if you want. So let's say you just want a reserve team and you put in any division you want, like let's say you want to have it in like the under 23s division, you can just put it in there. Ownership, you can make this whatever you want really, but I'm just going to be ignoring that. As for the stadium though, we're actually going to be creating our own stadium. So create your own stadium, just go back here and then stadiums and then add, and then let's just make it Bluenose Park. This will be in Bluenose City, and as for owner, just Bluenose FC. As training ground, it's not a training ground. Capacity, we're just going to make it like 100,000 or something. Seating capacity, just make that the same if you want. Expansion capacity, let's say we can expand it to like 25,000. It's a grass pitch, and all this stuff you can customize it if you want. I'm just gonna leave it the same. You can have like undersoil heating and that. Let's go back to Bluenose FC and make my stadium the Bluenose Park. And training ground, you can make your own training ground, but I'm just going to be using my own stadium. And attendance, let's just say it's like 100,000. And these facilities, you can make them as good as you want or as bad as you want, so we're just going to make them all 20. These other things I'm not sure are really important, like supporter bands, stadium move. That doesn't really matter for creating a club. Finances. So as for bank balance, you can make this as much as you want or as little as you want. You can even have it in negative if you really want a challenge, but we're just going to make it 100 million. So as for transfer budget, that's just, you can make that 100 million as well if you want, or you can even put it in negative if you really want a challenge. Maximum wage allowed, I'm not sure this really matters. Sugar daddy, let's say if you want someone that will constantly pump money into the club, you can have like a foreground sugar daddy. A background sugar daddy, I'm not really sure what that does, but underwriter basically helps the club if it's in need. So we're just going to make it foreground. And sugar daddy increases starting finances, yes. In administration, you can have your club administration if you want. Even a transfer embargo if you want. But none of this stuff really matters here. So we'll go to competitions. Basically the division we'll be having it in. We're just going to have it in the Premier League. Or the Premier Division, which is called in the game, English Premier Division. That's all you need to worry about for that. The club vision, you can have like your own vision, like sign players of nationality, play entertaining football, whatever. We're not going to have anything on that, but that's just optional. Tactical attributes, this is just the formation the club will prefer you to use. Supporter profile, let's say we just want like really loyal supporters. Passion, like passionate supporters as well. Patience, like how patient your supporters are, like managers or something. I'm not sure this stuff really matters anyway, but temperament we're just going to put to the max as well. And expectations, like how well they expect you to do, obviously. Contract types, I don't think this really matters, you can just leave this to be. As for the kits, you can customize your own kits if you want, but this is just the kits that will appear in games, so we're just going to keep the home kit blue, but we can change the pattern of it, like how it looks. And the away kit, I'll just leave that plain as well, but you can make it any colour you want. Staff and players, basically this is when you just add some players in a club. Director football, you have a director football if you want. You can also like create your own board member, like let's say you want like a chairman or something. The coaching staff, you can add in like a current manager, and you can add other coaches in as well. Other staff, this is just the scouting and medical team. And players, I'm just going to show you how to add players to now. You can also create your own, which I might as well show you. Basically all you have to do is add in player, and you can just name him. You can also have in player data, you can like make their own potential ability, like you can have 200 potential ability or something, but I won't be adding any custom players. Maybe that could be for another video. So players, let's say I want to have like Messi in my team. You just need to wait for it to search because it will take a while. Here's Lionel Messi, I'm just going to add him into my team. You can add anyone you want, like let's say you want Ronaldo as well in the same team. And there we go, so you can add as many world-class players as you want, but I think I'm just going to have Messi and Ronaldo in this team, like it'll take a while. Players on loan, this is just players that are on loan from your club, so let's say you have Holland on loan at your club, why not? Let's just put Holland there. He's going to be on loan at this club, and players away on loan, you don't need to worry about this. Players with testimonials, you don't need to worry. Captains, you can say Messi's the captain and Ronaldo is the vice captain. Player partnerships, you don't need to worry about that, and really, and responsibilities, don't need to worry about it at all. Relationships, let's say you want a rival, so let's say my rivals are Liverpool, why not? Even though I'm in London, which is the club that I first thought of. Let's say the reason is historic. Let's say we have a local rivalry with West Ham. the first London club I thought of. You can also have a local rival with them. You can even have clubs not transferring players, so we're just going to enable that for both of them. New club link, I'm not really sure what that says. Favourite people, this is just like the people that they prefer really. But you don't need to worry about that. Same with club legends, dislike people, club icons, you can add them in if you want. Affiliations, that's just affiliated clubs really. So let's say I have an affiliation with Albion Rovers, because that's the club I am doing a Football Manager career mode right now on this channel. I'm pretty sure I fucked their spelling, I did. So I'm just going to add Albion Rovers as my affiliate. Start date, I'm not sure this really matters. I'm pretty sure it'll just start off at the start of your save anyway. And you can have like a feeder team or something like that. We're going to make it a feeder team, and the yearly fee, we're going to say we're going to give them 100,000 a year. Percentage chance of friendly each year, so we're going to make that 100%. Validated current affiliations, I'm not really sure if that matters. The records, you can have like the biggest win, like let's say my biggest win is against West Ham, and let's say I won 100-0, and you can have this date anytime you want. Let's say it's in, you can even have it in the future, but let's not have that. We're just going to make it in like March 27th of 2021. Competition, that'll be in the Premier Division. Biggest defeat, you can have all this stuff as well if you want. You also have club records and runs, player records as well. Team League history, you can customize Team League history, you can customize this if you want. Basically, this is just the previous seasons they've been in the league. The Team Cup history, this is just cups, and all this stuff doesn't really matter. So that's us actually created the club pretty much. We've created a stadium, we've created a city, we've added a few players in. Now we're going to show you how you can save it. So basically all you need to do is go to File, Save Editor Data as, and it'll be saved in the editor data file. We're just going to give it a name, we're going to just name it Bluenose. You can publish it to Steam if you want, but we're just going to make this hidden. And there we go, editor data saved. Now basically, now I'm going to show you is how you can actually access this in Football Manager, so I'll be back in a minute. So now we're back in Football Manager, and one more thing, just make sure that the Premier League has 20 teams in it, because if you've added your team into the Premier League, you're going to have to make sure to replace it with another team. So I've just removed Sheffield United since they're bottom of the league, and as you can see I've added in Bluenose FC. If the Premier League has 21 teams, it won't work, so make sure it has 20. Let's go back onto this Football Manager game, and as you can see, go to Start New Game, Career, and then here's the editor data that we have, Bluenose. We're just going to click Confirm, we're going to go Advanced Setup, and we're going to start a career with this team. So I'll be back in a minute once it's all loaded up. So as you can see, we're now choosing a club to manage in Football Manager. Here's my club that I've created, Bluenose FC. So we are predicted to finish first, which is great. And if you view our squad, as you can see, a bunch of random players have been added. But we do have Ronaldo, Holland and Messi at our club. So we're just going to click this team, obviously, like why wouldn't I? We're going to be a Sunday League footballer, why not? Bluenose FC hire Bluenose, and this is my team. It's got a bunch of random players in it, but this attack's quite good. Holland, Ronaldo and Messi, that's decent enough. And division, also I didn't really customise this a lot, but you can if you want. As you can see, an under 23 team and an under 18 team was created automatically. It has been added like a lot of random players. Like, are they good? Like, is this guy good? Let's just say, yeah, he's got decent potential. But there is Bluenose FC. Where am I predicted to finish? I'm predicted to finish in 10th, slap bang in the middle of the table. As you can see, everything that we've added and edited in the database, like also our captains Messi and Ronaldo's our vice captain. We have Bluenose Park, 100,000 capacity in Bluenose City. You even got the records, like this is the only one, 100-0 versus West Ham. And we do have affiliated clubs with Albion Rovers. And as you can see, our rivals are West Ham and Liverpool. Basically, now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you how you can actually create your own logo. So this is my logo right now. I'm not really happy with it. It's just a generic logo. And the kits, like obviously I could create my own kits, but I'm not going to today. So now I'm going to be opening up Photoshop and I'm going to show you how you can create your own logo for your football team. Okay, so here I am, I'm in Photoshop now, and basically I'm just going to tell you what you need to create your own logo. So as for the big one, which is just a normal sized logo, you want a 180 by 180 image, so 180 by 180, and this one, which is for the smaller ones, you need a 25 by 25. So those are the dimensions you'll need to create your own logo. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create my own logo. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but I'm just going to make a logo for Bluenose FC. It's not going to be that good, but I'm going to try my best anyway, so I'll be back in a minute.
12 seconds later.
Okay, so I'm back. Now I've created my logo now, and I know it's not the best, it's quite crap actually, but it's just a quick logo. I'm not very good at Photoshop and creating stuff like this, but it's just a logo we can use. As you can see, I just googled a template, put Bluenose FC on it, put a football and 2021 on it as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to save it in your Football Manager logo pack folder. So see, it'll be in the Sports Interactive folder in the documents. So you go Football Manager 2021, Graphics, Pictures, Logos, and I've got the Mega Pack TCM21. So that will be in this folder, and then Graphics, Logos, Europe, then I'll be in England, and Clubs, and Normal. Make sure you're saving it as a PNG. And basically what you're going to want to do is go back to Football Manager, and if you go to Preferences, you go Interface, and you need to make sure that Show Screen IDs in the title bar is enabled. This is so you can get the ID. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy it into the Photoshop, but I've already saved mine. It is right here, as you can see. But now this bit gets a bit more complicated. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making this smaller, but I do not recommend just copying it in and resizing it because it will look all pixelated. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use a program that can actually change the resolution of an image. So I'm going to show you the program that I'm talking about. It's a website and I've used it before. As you can see, this is the website I'm talking about. It is called onlinephotoconverter.com/resizephoto. I'll put in a link in the description below so you can actually get it. So what you're going to do to actually have this smaller image is go choose a file. You can choose multiple if you want, but we're just going to be choosing one, and make sure you have this one selected for your created club. And as for width and height, make sure it's PX and have it 20 by 20. As for quality, make it 100. Resize, make sure you do that as well, and press OK, download, and show the image in folder, and then press rename and just take away this bit, and you're good to go. Go to the small folder, which is right next to this one, by the way, and go down. As you can see, this is it before, but I got the dimensions wrong, and replace. And there we go, it looks a lot better, it actually matches with the other ones. And now the next bit is the most important part, so what you're going to have to do is make sure you've copied that, and in a config folder here, this is how you actually get the logo into the game to make them recognise it. You're going to want to open it with Notepad. You're going to want to scroll all the way down to the bottom and just copy that in now, and then just copy this thing right here, and see this ID here. I'm going to record from, paste it in, replace whatever it says in here, so, and then replace this thing here with that. It says /icon here. Now what you're going to want to do is copy it. Now you're going to want to close it and make sure you save it, and go back to normal. Go all the way down here and change this. So you go all the way down to the bottom and change /icon to /logo. And that's how you do that. So now when you go over to Football Manager, what you need to do now is Preferences, back to Interface, and make sure that Reload Skin when confirming changes is enabled. So just press confirm. So as you can see, we're back, and this is what the logo should look like. And when you look at the league table, that's a small version, and you can kind of see it there. When you click on the thing, this is what it looks like when it's bigger. As you can see, Bluenose FC, my custom logo, albeit it's not a very good logo, it's still a logo, but you'd probably like have a much better logo because I was only doing this for the video. So that is how you create your own club in Football Manager 2021 using the editor. It's a lot better doing it this way. Like, you could do it like normally and with the game if like you don't want it to be too complicated or anything, but if you want to add more details, like have your own city, have your own stadium, add in your own players and all that, then you can use the editor. So thank you for watching this video. This is something different, just doing a few tutorials. I might do some more tutorials on the editor, so if there's anything you'd like to know, then just let me know in the comments down below and I'll try and do it for you. So thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Follow me on Twitter, the links to that will be in the description below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.